Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I think this is episode 7 of Fika with Matthew. We are in Sweden. We have made it. The big trip across the pond is over, and this new adventure is beginning now. I have in front of me a cannabule, finally, a real Swedish baked good, as well as some iced tea because it's been pretty warm here in Sweden. This is my third day here. I got here Sunday and today's Wednesday. So I guess this is like my third full day here. And everything's been really good so far. It's been warm, it's been sunny. I've been able to do a lot of exploring. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm in my Airbnb now. I've been in here for obviously since I got here, and I'm here for maybe about a week more until I am able to move into my apartment. So that will be really good. Wow, that's so good. Okay, pop off, Sweden. So I guess this episode is going to be just kind of like a debrief of my first couple days here. I got here Sunday, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very tired, jet lagged. It was a rough travel here. I didn't sleep at all on the plane, and I was pretty tired because I spent a couple days in Boston just visiting friends, which was really fun. I'm really glad I got to see so many of my friends who are there just because so many of them live there. Honestly, like a great way to kind of end that chapter and kind of begin this new one because I'm here for 2 years, which is a lot of time to be here, which I'm excited for. Obviously, we don't know if I'm going to want to stay or not, or even try to at the end of this, but that's 2 years down the road. So yeah, I got here on Sunday and it's been about 3 days. And I feel like it's been a good 3 days. It's been very sunny, very warm, which I'm very looking forward to. This is like next week and a half, 2 weeks, it's all rain. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm at least thankful Sweden gave me, a couple nice days here to just enjoy the weather, explore, kind of like catch the tail end of Swedish summer. Because I'm a little bit sad that I missed Swedish summer, but we have next summer for that. So I'm in Gothenburg, and I like Gothenburg a lot. I really love how close it is to the ocean. Yesterday, I literally went to my um, biometrics appointment. And after I got that done, I literally just walked along the coast to the ocean. It was so nice, so peaceful. I can really understand why so many people say Gothenburg is Sweden's best city. I mean, I'm starting to understand. I'm not completely sold just because I do think it's a little bit confusing to navigate, just because I'm having a little bit of difficult like in Stockholm, there's like clear sections. I feel like this area is Gamlestan, like the old town. This area is Ostermalm, where it's just like all like the nice restaurants and stores are, and this is like the city center. But I also think it's a little bit easier to navigate Stockholm because everything's kind of like chunked up on like islands or more clear sections. This Gothenburg, I'm having a little bit harder time navigating. I'm having trouble finding my bearings. Like obviously I've only been here for a couple days, but I feel like with even just like 2, 3 days in Stockholm, I was able to kind of like pick up the general directions of the city pretty quickly. Gothenburg, it's a little bit more challenging for me, but maybe that's just because I haven't found any like landmarks to ground myself yet, but that will all be figured out with time. But yeah, I think my favorite thing about Gothenburg so far is definitely its proximity to the ocean. I really love being on the ocean. I love that I can hear the seagulls outside my Airbnb, even though I'm a little bit far away from the ocean, just where it is. But I love hearing the seagulls. I love just being in the city and being able to smell like the ocean and like that salty air. It's really reminds me of home in a lot of ways. I grew up on the ocean in Maine, and I think that's probably my favorite part about the city so far, just how it all somehow feels like home in some ways, just because I'm on the ocean, even though it's not my home. I don't know if it's a really bad thing that I prefer to have like iced tea with a fika right now. I'm not a coffee person and I do like tea, but I'm just not really a warm beverage person, even when it's cold out. Like, I would rather have something else, like an iced tea. Iced teas are just so good. very refreshing, especially when it's warm and sunny. Right now, since coming back to Sweden, I just feel this overwhelming calmness. I feel very calm and, don't have this impending feeling that the world is falling apart. I think the US makes me very much feel like the world is coming to an end. And while there's a lot of scary things happening, much at the fault of the United States, unfortunately, like being here just makes me feel calm and grounded in a strange way. Could it be that there's nature all around Swedish cities, like in Gothenburg? I love how many parks there are. I love just seeing how active the city is. It really makes the city just kind of come alive. And also the stampedes of runners and bikers. I always walk around with my AirPods in, but here I'm like very scared about like blasting my music in my AirPods like I normally do, just because I always feel like I'm looking over my shoulder. Like, is someone coming? Like, can I walk without a biker or a runner coming to take me out? It was like yesterday I went to, I forget the name, but there's this big park near me that I went to yesterday just to go read at. And I remember just seeing like an army of runners like running down the path. And I'm just like, there must have been at least like 75 people. And they just took up the whole thing. I'm like, good for you for getting out there and running. But like, that would take, like, where am I supposed to walk? I don't want to be getting taken out on along the way. And that's the thing, like everyone's biking, everyone's walking, everyone's out and about. Well, it makes me so happy, like seeing the sunshine and seeing everyone out. Like it's also making me very wary of the dark days to come because this is the tail end of summer here in Sweden. You know, I think tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, but then after that, it's going to be rainy for like 2 weeks or so. And then my guess is we're into fall. When I got here, there's already leaves on the ground, and I'm like, hold up. This is feeling a little bit early. It's feeling a little bit too early for leaves to be on the ground. I mean, that's just me coming from Maine, but I feel like Maine and Sweden have very similar climates. So I'm a little scared of when things get dark because I don't want to see everyone just go into hibernation and go hide away. Like I want to see everyone out and about and doing things. Like that makes me so happy seeing, and it's fun. It's fun to see people out and about and see the city alive and experience that. Just because when I was in Stockholm originally, like it was just cold and dark because I was there during winter, and people really didn't start to come out of their little hidey holes until like May when I was leaving. So I haven't really been able to experience too much of the sunshine and happiness and everyone being out and about. So I'm glad I've been able to get like even just a snippet of it before we go into fall. But I'm also excited for fall. I love fall. I love wearing warm layers. I brought some nice sweaters. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. I just devoured that cannabule. So good. I feel like I've been having like 2 cannabules a day. You know what? Like, I'm gonna have it. Like, they're so good, but we'll have to start cutting back soon. But I'm not as active when I'm cooped up inside because of bad weather. But I've definitely been getting like so many steps here. I've been getting like 20,000 steps each day, which I love. Like, I love being active. I love moving my body. But again, it just makes me scared for when it gets cold and, I will have less and less desire to be out and about walking when it's dark and snowy and just blech weather. But what are you going to do about it? Bring it on, Sweden. You know what? I put up with winter once before. We'll do it again. I brought my heavy duty jackets, we'll tackle it. And also, I think growing up in like Maine, and which is a cold state too, like I do think it's fine. The one thing though that I think is different between like winter and like Maine or like where I went to school in upstate New York and Sweden is like it's not as dark. It's not as dark. Like we at least get sun. We at least get sun in Maine during the winters, and same with upstate New York. But I don't know. Last time I was here, it was just darkness. And when it was like light out, it was just very gray. Like there was just no direct sunlight. Someone said I should start taking my vitamin D pills now. So I'm like, maybe I should. Maybe I should start taking some vitamin D because, I just love being out in the sun and having my freckles come out. Ugh, so good. Let me like recap like the day. So Sunday was kind of just like I got here, went to my Airbnb, and then kind of like chilled for a little bit. Was honestly really, really tired. I didn't feel like cooking, so I went into the city and like just sat myself down at an Italian restaurant because I don't know what it is. When I travel, I'm like, I just want Italian food. Like, I want pizza, pasta, maybe a spritz or a Negroni. Like, that's all I want when I travel. Good Italian food. So that's what I did. And then I came back and like watched half a movie and then passed out and slept for 11 hours. Fast forward to Monday. Monday, I got up. I went to an ICA to go get some like groceries, just a couple things for the Airbnb. I feel like mostly I've been like eating out slash picking up things just because I don't want to get too much for this Airbnb because I am moving into my apartment in like less than a week. So I don't want to have to like bring food over there, even though it wouldn't be the worst thing to do, but I don't know. So I did that, and then I got fika with a friend because I do have like some an internet friend that I met, and we met IRL, which was super fun. And then we walked around. I think after that, I just came back to the apartment and chilled because it was in the afternoon. It was in like the afternoon, and then Tuesday. What did I do Tuesday? That was yesterday. Oh, yesterday, that was the day that I went and got my biometrics done in the morning. And then I walked along the coast. And honestly, I spent a lot of time by the water, just like soaking up the sun and like the ocean. You just can't go wrong with the ocean, me. I don't think I could live in a place that doesn't have access to the ocean. I do think I could live like inland, like in a place that's not necessarily like super close to the ocean, but like within like an hour's distance would be nice. Just because I do love the ocean. I love it a lot. It just calms and mellows me out. So having access to the ocean is critical. And then what did I do after that? Then I went back to my apartment, had a little dinner, and then that's when I went to the park and read and saw the stampede of runners. And then after that, I came back and just chilled out for the night. And then fast forward to today, Wednesday, I woke up, I went into the city, walked around. Oh, I started shopping for like bedding and stuff. Okay, so I went to two IKEAs because I was like, oh, I'm in Sweden. Let me go to an IKEA and get stuff. I went to something called an IKEA planner and like near my Airbnb is. And I'm like, no, I want like an actual IKEA that I can go see the physical things. I don't want to look at I don't want to look at whatever it's called. Like I don't want to look at it online with somebody. I can do that at home. And that was my mistake. I didn't know that there was a difference between an IKEA planner and an actual IKEA. So I went to an IKEA planner on accident. And I'm like, damn, let me go to another IKEA in the city. So I went all the way into the city and it was actually another IKEA planner. And I'm like, double damn, what was I thinking? But now I know my mistake. But the thing is, like the actual IKEA that's like big, it's like outside of the city. So that's going to be an adventure on its own to get there. But it'll be worth it because I need like towels, bedding, just like any little things like that for my apartment. Because it is like a little less than a week until I move in there. About a week, something like that. I don't know. I was in the city. I walked around, looked at some other places. Got some candy when I was in the city because Swedish candy, top tier, very good. I don't know about other people, but I like to put my candy in the fridge for a little bit or like the freezer to have it like firm up. My friend showed me how to like, or my friend introduced me to doing that, and I just think it makes it more flavorful. Don't know why, but I think it's very good. Tomorrow is welcome day at the University of Gothenburg, and I'm a little bit torn. Like a part of me wants to go, so I can get like welcomed and see things, but tomorrow is also like the last day that's gonna be sunny, and I kind of not want to like do more exploring and like get outside the city or something because it's gonna be so rainy these next 2 weeks, and I'm very much enjoying like exploring and seeing things and being in civilization. So I think that'll be a game time decision tomorrow because I could be very tempted to like go to the ocean again and just have a beach day. I think that could be very relaxing. When I went to go get my biometrics done, that thing was so confusing to me because it like Skatteverket and migration, whatever it's called, the migration office are all in the same government building. And I was like, so I filled out my residence permit thing. I was approved for my residence permit thing. So I went in to get my biometrics done. I filled out the Flytta till Sverige thing, which is like going to Sweden. Like I'm giving them notice that I'm coming. I am coming Sweden. Like, ooh, that sounded terrible. But like I am on my way Sweden. I am en route in 14 days. And so I filled that out. And it was just like general background information like, hi, this is me. This is where I was born. Here's my passport. This is where I'm going to be living, all that stuff. So I filled that out. I sent it to them. And I got confused because I'm like, I thought I had to do an identity check for the migration office. But no, the identity check is for Skatteverket. And you need the residence card before you do the identity check. So that confused me a little bit. And I was asking the lady at the thing, and she was very sweet, but she kind of just hurled a bunch of information at me. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. So I just walked out and started a mass Google search, and that helped me figure it out very much. But once I have my residence card, I can upload it to the portal that I started to fill out the Flytta till Sverige thing. And then once I get my residence card and can like add that to my that application, then I can get my ID, and then I can get my personal number. So it's kind of a process. And once I get my personal number, then I can open up a bank account here. It's just like it's one step after the next, and it's fine. It's a process, but it's just I need to just do the steps. And that's easy. I can do the steps. I'm good at doing the steps. I just wish it was a little bit more clear about what the steps actually were, but we'll figure it out. Gothenburg is under a lot of construction right now. There are cranes and there are lifts, whatever it's called. I don't know. There's dirt piles, there's pipes, there's fences. A lot of things are happening. Apparently, they're adding a metro under the city, but yeah, there's a lot of construction. So that's, making the view slightly less nice. But hey, if it adds a metro and adds to the greater good of Gothenburg, then so be it. Who am I to say anything? I just got here. But the trams are very good. The trams are nice, they're reliable. I'm slowly starting to understand, which ones I need to get on in my route, at least for this Airbnb, which is good. Slowly but surely learning the ropes, getting things together. I do think I'm pretty good with directions, I don't struggle too much on that. So, very thankful that I have some brain cells that are still firing after 22 years of life. I went to go get my student ID, or like at least like do my thing so I could get it printed out so I can probably be able to pick it up tomorrow or the next day after that. So that will be really nice. Super excited about that. I don't know what the student ID is necessarily for, like probably for printing and getting into events would be my guess, but to me, like it doesn't seem like too much that it's needed. I do think just like walking around, I see a lot of parallels between Maine, like coastal Maine, and Gothenburg slash like Sweden in general. Just with like what people are wearing, I think there's a similar underlying coastal aesthetic going on, which I'm like getting behind. It's very inspiring, actually. Lots of creative visions happening. I don't feel very homesick at all. I mean, I've only been here for a couple days and like I don't think I'll be feeling homesick that much just because I was ready for this next adventure, but it just feels oddly very similar to Maine. The only difference is that there's good public transportation here and the cities is like walkable because Portland, like our big city in Maine, is it's not a very walkable city. You have to drive, which I hate. I hate driving. It makes me so stressed out. That was like a big reason I wanted to, go someplace that has really great transportation, just because I hate driving so much. School starts for me the 31st of August. So I have a couple more days until school starts. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't understand my schedule. I feel like in the US, we had a very like set schedule for classes. It's like, sorry, it cut out. But it was like Monday and Wednesday, we had this class. Tuesday and Thursday, we had this class. It was always at the same time. We had multiple classes each day of the week. Like I had 4 classes a week, which was or like 4 classes all at the same time at the same semester. This is different. I have one class basically for 1 month, and then we do another class and another month, and you get the idea. But it's very weird to me because it's like week one, I have class every day. One class, like the class is at, I don't know, 1 o'clock for a lecture from 1 to 3. Tuesday, something like class from 12 to 1. It's just very random. There's just random times. There's no set schedule. It's just like thrown up, like whatever we feel like we'll have in class kind of thing. Because like some weeks I have classes 3 times. Sometimes I have it twice. Sometimes I have it 5 days. It's all over the place. I also saw that I have to register to take the exam. That I find very strange. I'm like, I'm paying to come to your university, and I am in your class every time. Like, why do I have to register to take the test when I am in the class to take the test? Like, I don't know. I find it a little confusing. Like, I don't understand the point of like having to register to take the test if I registered and signed up for the course. You see that I'm a little confused on that. Like, why do I have to register to take the test if I registered to take the course? If the test is a part of the course. What? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But I will register to take the test if that's what I have to do. I kind of just love all these little things though. Like there's just little things of life that just it's not that it's like weird or bad. It's just something it's just different. It's just a different way of doing things. Same with like when you go to like the grocery store, like I went to the ICA, they want you to tap your like phone or your card first before you start scanning items. In the US, we tap our card at the end when we scanned all of our items. So it's just a different way of doing things. I think the only time we tap with our card first is if you're getting gas. Everything else is like you pay after, not before. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting to school and like having a schedule. I think I thrive on a schedule. I love knowing what my day is gonna look like. I love being busy and productive. Cause like right now, like it's very nice just like be able to explore and stuff. But I like wake up, I'm like, what am I gonna do today? What's the plan? And while, it's very nice to do that, I am excited to get to school. I'm excited to have an assignment. That sounds crazy, but I am excited to have an assignment and learn and, get educated more. Academics, let's go. But yeah, it's going to be a very productive year. I'm very excited about it. Um, my first class that I'm taking is, I think it's like consumption and markets because I'm getting my master's in marketing consumption, which I'm super excited about because I'm very interested in marketing. I love branding and strategy and all of that jazz. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. It's going to be a good time. I don't know anyone in my class. I guess I'll get to know them in a week. Hopefully, they're all chill and fun. Damn, the sun's already going down, or the sun's already starting to disappear, which just makes me really sad. I just want to bask in the sun all day. I think I'm gonna close this up now. I kind of need to go edit this podcast because I'm doing this in the exact same day, which is not great. Not great. I was better at doing this at home, but life has gotten away from me because I've been out exploring and enjoying myself and making iced tea. I don't know. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have a beach day. Sorry, I don't think I'm gonna hit the welcome fair. Normally I would hit the welcome fair, but tomorrow is my last day of sun and I want to soak up. But I do need to go get a beach towel, so I'll have to go find one. Not at the IKEA planner though. God, I literally walked outside 2 IKEA planners. I'm like, hold up, that's not an IKEA. Even though it is an IKEA, I'm like, I don't understand. Look, what's an IKEA planner for? Are they planning out entire rooms at once? Are they doing like massive renovations for rooms? I don't know. I just don't understand the point of sitting across from someone and looking at the same computer when I can look at my own computer at the comfort of my own home. Who knows? Okay, let's uh close this here. We'll rate the fika. Canabule, 10 out of 10. I think I went to Pick Me Bakery. I don't know. It was good. It was good. And then the iced tea, it's an Earl Grey. It's actually called a Lady Grey, whatever the hell that means. It was good nonetheless. But yeah, super excited tomorrow. I think definitely gonna beach it up. And then rain. No, not rain. Oh well. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you next week when I'll be in classes and I'll have more to talk about. This first couple days have really just been exploring and, seeing my new home. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one.